Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken back again. Today we're going to talk about why YouTube is king.
Hey, I'm Ken. I used to be a homicide detective. I was a cop for over 15 years, and I got sick of it. When I found out I was going to become a dad, I needed to make a change. In the last 15 years, I've started 4 different businesses in 4 different industries, and they've made a lot of money. This channel is dedicated to showing people exactly how to build an 8-figure coaching business. Every single part of it. I love teaching people how to write books, how to get your books traditionally published, how to turn those books into 7-figure coaching businesses, and you're going to find all that information right here.
Hey friends, glad you're with me today. I want to just bend your ear for a couple minutes and talk to you about the importance of having a YouTube channel and having YouTube in your overall strategy if you're trying to build a business online. Now, this might feel a little bit overwhelming to some people because YouTube is all about video, right? It's all about us doing this. And it's going to take you some time to actually build a following using YouTube. But I want to talk more today about why YouTube is so important and how you can take advantage of it, even make it the centerpiece of what you do. And I have to tell you a little bit of story to get started because my eyes were opened up to YouTube about 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, I was actually hosting a major event online. It was a business development event, and it featured Grant Cardone. We contracted with Grant. We paid him a lot of money to come in and speak at our event because he's just freaking brilliant. But we also reached out to some other people that we really thought could add value to our students. And one of the people that we got in touch with was a guy named Evan Carmichael. I'm going to put the link to his YouTube channel in our notes here. And what was really fascinating about Evan is his whole presentation was built around YouTube and why YouTube is so important for people to use today. And there was a couple things that he said that were really like just eye-openers for me. Number one, YouTube is a search engine. It's not a social media channel. And the sooner you realize that, the more attention you're going to pay to what happens here. And what exactly that means, it's going to be hard to explain that in just a couple of words, but let me give it a shot here for you. If you look at any other social media channel outside of YouTube, you post on those channels, you publish content on those channels, and the reaction of the content, this is a good way to explain it to you. So let's say you're publishing content regularly on Facebook. Well, the only way that content is going to go viral is if people who already are following you or like you or your friends start that process. They start commenting on it. They start liking it. Facebook's algorithm sees the engagement on the comment and they start to show it to more people. That's the only way to go viral. Now, you're going to get lots of people that tell you that you can use ads or you can spend money to do that, but at the end of the day, the only way you can go viral is engagement on Facebook. On YouTube, there's a whole other way, and it's much easier. When you're doing videos regularly on YouTube, YouTube notices that. YouTube notices that you're publishing content consistently. Once they see you're publishing content consistently, they're going to pay attention to the title of your video, and they're going to show that title in reviews when people do searches. So when somebody comes onto YouTube, if you think about your own experience, most often you've come here because you've been looking for help with something. You're trying to fix a socket at home. You're trying to repair an old chair. And there's lots of self-help videos on this platform. But where the real amazingness of YouTube lies, number one, is how they display results. So once YouTube sees that you're publishing regularly, not necessarily you've got tons of engagement, although they do take that into account. They're more interested in helping people that are doing this regularly. Once they see that you're doing it regularly, they're going to start paying attention to the titles of your videos. And then when people come to the platform and are searching for things, if the title of your video matches their search words, they will display your video in the search results. Now, it's not going to be ranked as high. They'll typically display 10 to 20 different results. in that review for the person who's looking, and then they start to rank by engagement on the videos. But at least you get onto that first page. Now, here's the thing. If you want to take advantage of YouTube, there's a couple things that you need to do. Number one, whenever you're thinking about naming a video, do a search on YouTube first yourself. And YouTube is going to give you suggestions right before the term that you search. Use their suggestions to name your videos. Try and copy it exactly. Because what YouTube's telling you is this is the title that is most often a search term. So if you name your title exactly to that, then your videos are going to show up in search results faster. And you're going to get more engagement. People are going to start to click on them. The other thing that you need to do if you're literally building a YouTube channel and you're going to take this seriously is, number one, make sure you get your titles right. Make sure you have good thumbnails, because the other thing is your title is the most important thing, because that's going to respond to the reviews, match it to what people are searching. Number two, then your video is going to show up in a column where the most apparent thing is the thumbnail. So have good thumbnails. That's what's going to help you. The other thing that you want to take a look at when you're thinking about really taking this seriously is consistency. You want to make sure that you're like literally dialing in and getting in the habit of doing videos. YouTube likes a video every day. YouTube likes you to put tons of content on the platform, and the length of the videos is really important as well. It's going to take a little while for you to get in the habit of doing this and to do this the right way, but 10 minutes is key. If you can do 10-minute videos and get in the habit of doing it. Now, it's not just babbling for 10 minutes so that people pay attention to you. It's 10 minutes because when a video is longer than 10 minutes, YouTube will put ads in the middle of your video and they'll share the money with you. As many people know, but there's a chance you might not know this, the biggest benefit to really going all in on YouTube is that when you have, I believe it's 1,000 subscribers to your channel, and I think I want to say it's 400 hours, but I can't remember. You guys can see. Somebody will put in the notes the exact number. I've lost. I can't remember in the moment here as I'm doing this live video for you. But once you have the minimum amount of subscribers and the minimum amount of hours viewed, then YouTube will invite you to join their profit sharing plan. And here's what YouTube will do. Once you're in the profit sharing plan, they'll start showing videos in the middle of your videos. Now, your video has to be at least 10 minutes long for this to work. They won't do it unless it's 10 minutes long. But if they show a video, it's an ad video. It's an ad they're showing in the middle. So you've seen that yourself where YouTube will take a break and then show an ad and then go back to the video. Every time they do that, the person who's advertising is paying YouTube for that. If you're in, I can't remember what it's called, but that's the thing about live videos, right? You can tell I'm actually here, they're having this conversation with you. But if you're in the program, they'll give you 40% of the money. I have friends that make tens of thousands of dollars a month just doing educational videos like this. And it's unbelievable. But now let me tell you, I got to go back to the story about Evan. You thought I forgot about him, right? So Evan helped me open my eyes to all this. But the thing that blew my mind, even more importantly than the fact that it's a search engine and over time you'll grow faster there, is the fact that in YouTube's video manager platform, if you're on your YouTube channel, I'm just going to pull it up here. You're not going to see this, but I want to just be able to tell you exactly what it is. If you're on your YouTube channel, in the top right corner, you're going to see a button that says YouTube Studio. When you click on the YouTube Studio, just bear with me for a sec, and you go into the studio, you can now see all the analytics on each video that you put in the studio, or that when you're in that studio. This blew my mind when Evan explained this. YouTube has the most comprehensive analytics platform. So if you put your videos on YouTube first and let them get some views, then you go into the studio and you click on that video and click on analytics, you can actually look at the video and you can see the most important parts of each video. and you know it's the most important part because that's where the engagement is the highest. Then what Evan does is he'll cut out those pieces of videos and he'll use them on other platforms where shorter form content is more important. So he'll use it for Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels and video posts and TikTok videos. All of these different platforms all come from the YouTube video original, but looking at the analytics first, because YouTube will tell you which part of the video you said the things that were the most interesting to the people that you follow. And that's probably the biggest reason that you need to do this. So it was Evan that was explaining this to us. Now, when we had Evan on our show or at our event, he had just passed 1 million followers. It took him 10 years to get there. So what's going to happen? The hardest part about building a YouTube channel is getting to that first 1,000 subscribers. And you're going to get lots of people. I guess while I got you here, let me just warn you. On YouTube itself, you're going to get lots of people that post videos to say how to get to your first 1,000 subscribers. And they give you all of these crazy marketing tactics to use to get there. I'm going to tell you, here's what you do. Start publishing 3 to 5 videos a week. Every time you publish a video, share it onto every other social media platform. And if you've got an email list, send an email out to your followers. Get people that you have influence over to subscribe to you on YouTube. That's where you're going to get to your first 1,000 the fastest way, and that's where YouTube is going to reward you the most. If they see you're trying all kinds of little scammy techniques, they will penalize your account for doing it. But if you do that the right way, you're going to see it grow. So Evan literally, I think he told me it took 4 years to get to that first 1,000, and then 2 years to get to 2,000, and then a year to get to 5,000. And it literally, from 10,000 subscribers to 1 million, took him about a year and a half. But once it's there now, Evan in the last, so we did that in an event with Evan in November of 2019. And as of today, he's now well over 3 million subscribers. When you click on the link to his channel, you'll see exactly where he's at today. And that's exactly why he did it. So the moral to this story today, why YouTube as the centerpiece to what you're doing. Number one, it's a search engine. So once you get those initial subscribers and you do good headlines and you know how to do them now, you're going to get more people that are clicking on your videos, more subscribers coming into your business. Another thing too is you can put links in the notes for your videos on YouTube. If you go into the notes for my video right now, you're going to see there's a link to check out my auto content loop webinar. There's a system I came up with where all I have to do is record the original video that you and I are watching together right now. And I have a virtual assistant that turns it into the YouTube shows, turns it into the podcast shows, cuts it down into smaller videos for other platforms, goes live with that video on social media. She does it all for me. So it means it takes me about 30 minutes a week to record all my content and build a following of millions of people across social media. And if you want to see that, all you have to do is click on the link that says kendunn.com/live content, or just go to www.kendunn.com/live content. YouTube doesn't penalize you for putting links in your videos like that. On Facebook, if you put a link in a post, it will not get any response. Facebook is worried about you leaving. YouTube is a search engine, so YouTube understands that people are going to come because they're looking for things, but then they're going to move on and search somewhere else. YouTube is partnering with the people looking for help. Facebook's trying to control them. That's why YouTube is dominating in the market. That's why you need to be here. Hope this video helped. If it did, like always, subscribe to the channel. Get into what we're doing. Check out all the other amazing videos that I've put onto this page. See you soon.